Yokai, strange apparition, are a class of supernatural entities and spirits in Japanese folklore. The word yokai is composed of the kanji for attractive, calamity, and apparition, mystery, suspicious. Yokai are also referred to as ayakashi. Yokai are not literally demons in the Western sense of the word, but are instead spirits and entities, whose behavior can range from malevolent or mischievous to friendly, fortuitous, or helpful to humans. Yokai often have animal features, such as the kappa, depicted as appearing similar to a turtle, and the tengu, commonly depicted with wings, but may also appear humanoid in appearance, such as the onna. These mythical creatures are attributed with strange behaviors to explain the otherwise mysterious phenomena encountered in ancient life. A kappa, river child, also known as kawataro, river boy, kamihiki, horse puller, kawatora, river tiger, or suiko, water tiger is an amphibious yokai demon or imp found in traditional Japanese folklore. They are typically depicted as green, human-like beings with webbed hands and feet and a turtle-like carapace on their backs. A depression on its head, called its dish, sara, retains water, and if this is damaged or its liquid is lost, either through spilling or drying up, the kappa is severely weakened. The kappa are known to favor cucumbers and love to engage in sumo wrestling. They are often accused of assaulting humans in water and removing a mythical organ called the shirikodama from their victim's anus. Tengu, in Japanese folklore, a type of mischievous supernatural being, sometimes considered the reincarnated spirit of one who was proud and arrogant in life. Tengu are renowned swordsmen and are said to have taught the military arts to the Minamoto hero Yoshitsune. They live in trees in mountainous areas. A group of tengu is headed by a chief, who is depicted with a prominent nose, angry and threatening expression, dressed in red robes and carrying a feather fan. He is served by a group of retainers called Kappa tengu, leaflet tengu, who act as his messengers. In popular art they are shown as smaller winged creatures with long red noses or beak-like mouths. The tengu were originally thought to take the forms of birds of prey and monkey deity, and they are traditionally depicted with human, monkey and avian characteristics. Sarudahiko Okami is considered to be the original model of Konoha tengu, a long-nosed supernatural creature with red face, which today is widely considered the tengu's defining characteristic in the popular imagination. Buddhism long held that the tengu were disruptive demons and harbingers of war. Their image gradually softened, however, into one of protective and even manifestations of Buddhist deities, if still dangerous, spirits of the mountains and forests. Kitsune is the Japanese word for fox. Foxes are a common subject of Japanese folklore. In English, kitsune refers to them in this context. Stories depict them as intelligent beings and as possessing magical abilities that increase with their age and wisdom. According to yokai folklore, all foxes have the ability to shapeshift into men or women. While some folktales speak of kitsune employing this ability to trick others, as foxes in folklore often do, other stories portray them as faithful guardians, friends, lovers, and wives. Foxes and humans lived close together in ancient Japan. This companionship gave rise to legends about the creatures. Kitsune have become closely associated with Inari, a Shinto kami or spirit, and serve as its messengers. This role has reinforced the fox's supernatural significance. The more tails a kitsune has, they may have as many as 9, the older, wiser, and more powerful it is. Because of their potential power and influence, some people make sacrifices to them as to a deity. The kasa obake, also called karakasa obake, kasabake, or karakasa kozo, is an umbrella ghost, or yokai, originating from Japanese folklore. The kasa obake is an old or broken umbrella that turned into a ghost, usually with one eye, one leg, and a long tongue. Other variations depict it with arms and 2 feet. It is a part of category of yokai known as tsukumogami, which are ordinary objects that gain a soul and come to life after 100 years. Unlike many yokai, The kasa obake is relatively harmless, and enjoys scaring people for fun, licking them with its long tongue. Though there may be some who truly believe in this animated umbrella, it's mostly thought of as a metaphor, used to explain how objects gain character and personality as they age. Often meant to discourage thoughtless disposal of objects that have a long history and still have use within them. Yuki Onna is a snow woman ghost described as inhumanly beautiful, whose eyes can strike terror into mortals that get lost traveling in the snowy mountains. She floats across the snow, leaving no footprints. Yuki Onna appears on snowy nights as a tall, beautiful woman with long black hair and blue lips. Her inhumanly pale or even transparent skin makes her blend into the snowy landscape, as famously described in Lafcadio Hearns. She sometimes wears a white kimono, but other legends describe her as nude, with only her face and hair standing out against the snow. Despite her inhuman beauty, her eyes can strike terror into mortals. She floats across the snow leaving no footprints. An oni is a kind of yokai, demon, orc, ogre or troll in Japanese folklore. Oni are mostly known for their fierce and evil nature manifested in their propensity for murder and cannibalism. Notwithstanding their evil reputation, oni possess intriguingly complex aspects that cannot be brushed away simply as evil. They are typically portrayed as hulking figures with one or more horns growing out of their heads. Stereotypically, they are conceived of as red, blue, black, yellow, or white colored, wearing loincloths of tiger pelt, and carrying iron kanabo. These creatures instills fear and danger from their grotesque outward appearance to their wild and strange behaviors and dangerous power. They are popular characters in Japanese art, literature, and theater and appear as stock villains in the well-known fairy tales of Momotaro. The tanuki is a Japanese shape-shifting yokai with the shape of a raccoon dog. This legendary creature is said to be mischievous and joyous, but can also gullible and absent-minded. The tanuki may use a magical leaf that can give them the power to metamorphosis. They also love sake. They have appeared in many Japanese movies and video games, for example in the Studio Ghibli movie directed by Isao Takahata Pom Poko. Mario can become a tanuki in Super Mario Bros. 3. The tanuki rivals the kitsune for the most well-known animal yokai. Sometimes called the raccoon dog in English, it is an East Asian canine that resembles a badger or a raccoon. These shy nocturnal animals can be found on all of the Japanese isles, and tanuki statues are popular decorations in homes and shops. They are beloved not only for their cuteness, but also for the tales of mischief and trickery associated with them. Tanuki possesses powerful magical abilities. They are similar to kitsune in their superb ability to change shape. They have a jovial nature, and delight in playing tricks on humans. Rokurokubi is a type of Japanese yokai. They look almost completely like humans with some differences. There is a type whose neck stretches and another whose head detaches and flies around freely. The Rokurokubi appear in classical kaidan and in yokai works. It has been suggested, however, that the idea of Rokurokubi may have been created for scaring people into staying in past midnight. Jorugumo is a yokai with the form of a spider that can change its appearance into that of a seductive woman when it wants to eat a human. Even when it is in its human form though, its reflection will show a giant spider. It cannot be killed by any poison. The name jorugumo is that of the Nephila clavata, a real kind of spider. In Japan, some spiders are known to possess amazing supernatural powers. One of these, the jorugumo, known as the golden orb weaver in English, is the most well-known of the arachnid yokai. Jorugumo are found all over the Japanese archipelago, except for Hokkaido. Their body size averages between 2 to 3 centimeters long, but they can grow much larger as they age. Some are large enough to catch and eat small birds. These spiders are renowned for their large size, their vividly beautiful colors, the large and strong webs they weave, and for the cruel destruction they wreak on young men. Their name is written with kanji that mean entangling bride. However, these characters were added onto her name much later to cover up the original meaning of the name, horse spider. The Obake kujira, literally ghost whale, is a mythical Japanese yokai, ghost, phantom, or strange apparition, from western Japan. It is supposedly a large ghostly skeleton whale and is said to be accompanied by strange birds and fish.